Have you ever tried to pour water in a paint bottle? Well, this is a bad example, but if you pour too much, it will spill. But if you pour too little, you won't have that much water to drink. Today, we're going to solve this problem, but a little more important than water bottles. We are Team Juran, and today we'll be discussing how to use statistical process control to help manufacture pharmaceutical products.
A Midwest pharmaceutical company faced significant production issues in manufacturing individual syringes containing a single dose of an injectable drug. The process involved two stages: filling glass syringes with a sterile liquid drug, sealing them with a rubber stopper, and then inserting these cartridges into plastic syringes, followed by electrically tacking the containment cap at a precise length. Problems arose when the cap was stacked either shorter than 4.92 inches, leading to potential premature activation of the syringe, or longer than 4.98 inches, causing inadequate packing and subsequent cap loss during shipment and handling. Both scenarios resulted in scrap syringes or costly manual rework and 100% inspection. Further complications arose when machine adjustment by the maintenance technician only succeeded temporarily. Consultants found that the shaft thread was excessively worn, causing inconsistent cap tacking. Adjusting the stop upward allowed the lock nut to secure better, resulting in consistent but slightly longer syringes. The consultants recommended replacing the threaded stud, which significantly reduced waste and rework. So key issues included the need to properly compute process capability indices, correctly handle the initial data, ensure proper SPC application and training, and promptly identify and address special causes and maintain equipment in good condition. So collaboration between operators, technicians, and consultants was crucial for effectively diagnosing and resolving process issues.
The main area of concern in the case is the manufacturing process and lack of equipment monitoring, specifically the production of syringe caps and its length. Initially, the process produced longer length syringes, but after adjustment, the production shifted to shorter length syringes. This issue was caused by the difficulty in adjusting the process center, which led to threaded shaft being too battered at the lower end of the stud. The maintenance technician found it challenging to adjust the process center, resulting in the lock nut not holding and the syringe lengths became longer. The operators were initially satisfied with this situation because the plotted points of the syringe lengths came under the upper control limit of the X chart, indicating that they were making syringes to the proper length. However, this situation was not ideal, as it required the replacement of the threaded stud, which was expensive and necessitated downtime for the manufacturing process. Upon replacing the threaded stud, waste and rework from the final step dropped to virtually zero over many weeks.
Identify that the main problem is the increasing cost of scrapping syringes, and this is caused by the environment, materials, machines, processes, and manpower. This diagram shows the relationships between problems and its subproblems. For example, manpower has two causes: lack of clarification between teams and only some of the workers knowing the basics of the system. Additionally, it is possible for these sub-causes to have an underlying sub-cause, such as the centering going out of statistical control.
We can calculate for two important measures: CP, which shows whether the distribution can potentially fit inside the specification, and CPK, which shows whether the overall average is centrally located. Using the formula upper specification limit minus lower specification limit divided by 6 sigma, we get a CP of 1.22. And using the formula of CPK equals to the minimum of upper specification limit minus mean divided by 3 sigma, or the mean minus lower specification limit divided by 3 sigma. Then finding the lowest value, we get a CPK of 1.04. CP was at 1.20. This means it is barely capable since it's greater than 1.0. However, it's not at 1.33 or 2.0, which is 6 sigma level. As for CPK, it's at 1.04, which is greater than 1.0, which means that it is capable. However, it is not at 6 sigma level. This discrepancy highlights the need for further adjustments to better center the process and improve overall quality. We recommend 3 alternative courses of action.
Now for the first alternative course of action, which is replacing the threaded shaft regularly. So this alternative involves setting a schedule for regularly replacing the threaded shaft in the tacking machine. By proactively replacing this part, the company can avoid the issues caused by wear and tear that led to inconsistent syringe lengths. This alternative works by implementing a regular replacement schedule for the threaded shaft, setting a fixed interval, such as every 3 months, for replacing the part in all tacking machines. This replacement would be integrated into a broader preventive maintenance plan, ensuring that all critical machine parts are routinely checked and replaced as necessary. Additionally, operators would receive training to identify early signs of wear on the shaft and understand the importance of timely replacements, thereby maintaining the equipment's optimal performance and preventing issues related to wear and tear. Now for its pros and cons. So first, its pros. Consistent product quality. Regular replacement on the threaded shaft will help maintain consistent syringe lengths, reducing the likelihood of producing defective products. And then reduced downtime. By planning replacements, the company can avoid unexpected machine failures and the associated downtime. And last is improved process control. With a well-maintained machine, the process is more likely to stay within control limits, enhancing overall production efficiency. Now for its cons, increased maintenance costs. So regularly replacing the threaded shaft incurs additional costs for parts and labor. Then potential for over-maintenance. If the shaft is replaced more frequently than necessary, it could lead to unnecessary expenses without significant benefits. Then last is its initial training and setup. Implementing this plan requires initial training for operators and scheduling adjustments, which may be time-consuming.
For alternative 2, establish routine calibration and maintenance schedule for tacking machines. This alternative processes the stability to ensure that tacking machines operate consistently within the specified parameters. This dynamic approach allows for timely interventions, minimizing the risk of producing out-of-spec products and specifying its limits to steadily produce high-quality services to the entity. The smart goal of this ACA is to implement a new routine calibration and maintenance schedule for all tacking machines within the next 2 months with accurate allocation for regular maintenance. It is to ensure that the machines are intact and consistent in addressing issues to minimize production disruptions. Moving forward, the advantages of this alternative are consistent performance, minimizing downtimes, as it ensures that the machine used in manufacturing the syringe will perform accurately and prevent any unexpected breakdowns and malfunctions. Second, longer lifespan of the machine. Efficient preventive maintenance can help in addressing deficiencies early, extending the lifespan of the machine and saving costs, avoiding major replacement and repairs often. Third, safety of the workplace. Reduce accidents and injuries to the employees, making them feel comfortable and safe. Fourth, final product quality. This factor can meet the customer satisfaction beyond its expectations and immediately enhance the company's reputation. On the other hand, the disadvantages of this alternative are potential lack of control over the environment, as the company might not be able to appropriately control the temperature and humidity of the room where the machine is placed, which can cause certain handling issues for sensitive devices and things. Second, idle time during the maintenance. This can trigger the machines to be offline or suspended, leading to a temporary production halt and operation disruption. Third, dependency on expertise. This can mandatorily rely on skilled personnel who are knowledgeable enough about machines, making it costly to the company. Lastly, potential indicator for over-maintenance, as we all know that over-maintenance can cause a waste of supplies like spare parts and maintenance tools for machine to operate.
The third alternative is to implement continuous process capability monitoring and improvement plan. This plan aims to systemize consistent quality production and waste reduction. How? By producing syringes within the specified length limits. The smart goal for this ACA is to implement a continuous process capability monitoring system within 3 months to maintain a CPK of at least 1.33. This ensures consistent production quality and reduced waste. This plan has several key steps using concepts from SPC and quality management. First is process capability indexes. As done earlier, we will make sure to have up-to-date CP and CPK values to gauge how capable the process currently is. Second is to use control charts such as X-bar and R-charts, which will be used to monitor the process mean and range over time. These charts help in detecting any variations that may signal a loss of process control or potential problem. Third, regular sampling and analysis. Samples of the syringe lengths will be taken at regular intervals, such as every 15 minutes, and plotted on control charts. This data collection allows for immediate detection of variations and facilitates timely interventions. Fourth is root cause analysis. When a control chart signals an out-of-control condition, a root cause analysis will be conducted to identify and correct the underlying issues. This may involve machine adjustments, retraining of operators, or process redesign. Fifth is feedback loop and continuous improvement. This plan includes a feedback loop where data from process monitoring is used to inform and drive continuous improvement efforts. This includes updating control limits, refining process parameters, and implementing best practices identified during the root cause analysis. This ACA offers several significant advantages. First is improved quality control. Continuous monitoring ensures that any deviations from the process mean are quickly identified and corrected, maintaining high product quality. Second is reduction in waste. By maintaining a consistent process capability, the amount of scrap and rework is minimized, leading to cost savings and improved resource efficiency. Third is data-driven decision-making. The use of SPC tools provides a solid data foundation for making informed decisions about process adjustments and improvements. Fourth is enhanced operator skills. Regular training and improvement in monitoring activities improve operator skills and their understanding of quality control principles. However, there are also challenges to consider. First is the initial implementation costs. Setting up a continuous monitoring system and training staff requires an initial investment in time and resource. Second is complexity. The system's success depends on accurate data collection, such as proper chart interpretation and timely interventions, and these can be somewhat complex to manage. Third is resistance to change. Operators and staff may resist adopting new procedures and technologies, which may require effective change management strategies to to ensure successful implementation. Lastly, there is the need for ongoing maintenance. This monitoring system requires continuous oversight, regular updates to control limits, and periodic retraining, which can be resource intensive. In conclusion, implementing the Continuous Process Capability Monitoring and Improvement Plan, or CPCMI, addresses the main area of concern: the inconsistency in syringe lengths due to equipment wear and inadequate process control. By focusing on establishing a stable and capable process, we can achieve consistent production quality, reduce waste, and enhance overall operational efficiency.
To determine the best ACA, we'll use a decision matrix that evaluates each option based on several criteria relevant to the case study. The criteria include effectiveness in solving the problem, cost, ease of implementation, long-term benefits, and impact on process capability. The selected alternative course of action is ACA3. Implement continuous process capability monitoring and improvement plan. Based on the decision matrix, ACA3 implement continuous process capability monitoring and improvement plan scores the highest. Despite its higher complexity and costs, its effectiveness in providing sustained quality control and significant impact on process capability make it the most suitable choice for long-term improvements in the manufacturing process, reducing waste and enhanced product quality.
Moving forward, this table outlines a step-by-step plan for ACA number 3, Implement Continuous Process Capability Monitoring and Improvement Plan, or CPCMI. Each row details the aspects of the plan, the estimated timeline for completion, the specific process criteria involved, and the resulting deliverables from each step. The first step of the plan, taking 1 month, involves assessing process stability. This is achieved by verifying if the process maintains a stable mean and variation over time. CP and CPK values are used for this verification. The findings are then documented in a process stability report, which includes control limits established based on the initial data, assuming the process is indeed stable. Step 2, also taking 1 month, focuses on preparing the team for data collection and control chart usage. This involves training production staff on SPC concepts. A documented data collection plan will also be established during this time. To facilitate learning, training materials on SPC and control charts will be provided. Finally, upon completion of the training, documentation will be kept to confirm that all production staff have been trained in SPC. Step 3, allocating 1 month as well, deals with the development of control charts. The focus here is on creating specific control charts like XBAR and R charts for critical process parameters. These parameters could be something like syringe length. The end result of the step will be control charts for key process parameters that are populated with actual production data and have clearly established control limits. Step 4 focuses on continuously monitoring the process through control charts. Production data is regularly collected and plotted, allowing for immediate investigation whenever a data point falls outside the control limits. This triggers a root cause analysis, or an RCA, to pinpoint the underlying issue. Appropriate corrective actions are then implemented to address the root cause and prevent similar problems in the future. All RCA findings thus are to be documented in reports for future reference. Step 5 establishes a continuous feedback loop. Process data is constantly analyzed to identify improvement opportunities and potentially revise control limits based on evolving performance. Learnings and best practices are shared with staff through communication materials to cultivate a culture of improvement. Process improvement recommendations are also made, and the control charts themselves are updated to reflect the latest data and any control limit adjustments. And lastly, the step embodies the long-term ambitious goal of achieving a 6 sigma quality, which signifies an incredibly low defect rate. This ongoing process involves continuously refining the process capability to inch closer to this ideal state. An integration plan outlining the steps towards 6 sigma will be developed, and process capability analysis reports will track progress towards this ambitious goal.
The chosen alternative course of action is a promising approach to tackling the syringe length issue at Midwest Pharmaceutical Company. However, like any tool, its effectiveness hinges on careful implementation and a clear understanding of potential challenges. The CPCMI excels at highlighting process capability, but it is essential to remember that a comprehensive understanding of process variability is also imperative in this case. CPCMI focuses on process capability, which measures a process ability to meet specifications. However, it doesn't necessarily identify all the factors causing variation in the final product. The hidden variables can lead to unexpected variations and potentially cause rejection even if the CPK suggests the process is capable. Another potential follow-up problem could be the CPK is a static measurement based on past data. Manufacturing processes are dynamic and factors can change over time. Relying on outdated CPK calculations might not reflect the current process capability, and outdated CPK metrics can lead to a false sense of security or missed opportunities for improvement. Lastly, accurate and reliable measurement systems are the foundation of any process improvement initiative. Inaccurate data can lead to incorrect conclusion and wasted efforts. To conclude, while the CPCMI is a valuable tool, it's not a standalone solution, and to maximize its benefits, we need to address process variability, maintain up-to-date process capability metrics, and ensure the accuracy of our measurement systems. By combining the CPCMI with a strategy and a strong feedback loop, we can significantly enhance syringe length quality and achieve.
Thank you for listening. And always remember, stay capable and stable.